Good morning, Facebook. Happy Monday. Sorry I'm late today. I had a few things I had to take care of before I could go live. You know, Monday. It happens, right? So I'll give everybody a few minutes to log on, wake up, kick out the cobwebs. I may have lost a few of you because I'm so late today. I didn't realize it was that late. Wow. I had some meditation to do this morning. Kind of taking it slow and easy. Getting my coffee. Hope you guys all got your coffee. Kendall, good morning. How are you? How's your weekend? How's everyone's weekend? Stephanie, what's up, Buttercup? Good morning to you. I got a haircut this weekend. I'm like a new man. I didn't go too short, though. I kind of liked it a little bit longer, so I kept it a little longer. Hi, guys. How's your weekend? Did anyone do any running this weekend? I didn't see a lot of running on my Strava app. You guys know we have that Strava run group out there, right? I will go find that and post it right now, actually. While I'm waiting for others to log on. Go find, where's Strava? There it is. There it is. So I did some running. I actually had a really amazing run yesterday. It was so incredible. A nice easy one. There it is. It was a nice easy one yesterday. Cheryl, hey! Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm assuming you had that baby, yeah? Can you merge Strava and Runkeeper? No, I don't think so. I run them both at the same time, so what's up, Cheryl? Oh, Rylan Patrick, how cute. Very nice. Beautiful. May 17th. That's amazing. Good for you. Congratulations. Yay. Can't wait to see him, little booger. Someday, hopefully soon. So back, Stephanie, I'm actually, I will use both apps at the same time. So Mary Jo, good morning. So I haven't found a way to merge them yet, but Strava has been really good. I really, I wish I would have found that app sooner, because it really, not only that, but then it, like, if you're in the run group that I started there, the Recovery Runs, if you're in that group, it actually does like a leaderboard thing. So I don't have to go and check everyone's mileage for the week. It actually totals it up for us, and it's really cool. So, and I found the pace counter and the GPS are a little more accurate on Strava, so, or a little better anyway. Gives me better run times. But so yeah, Strava and Runkeeper. So join our Strava group, because that's actually where we're gonna work our 5K training and hopefully dovetail that into our. Sorry, a lot of traffic here this morning for my desolate country road. Hopefully we're going to dovetail that with our 5K for the year. Love loud motorcycles. I used to love them when I rode them. I don't love them so much when they drive by my house. So yeah, Strava, join our run group. I think we only have like 6 people, including me, on it right now, but it's cool. It's really cool. Kendall, you can log walking miles on there too. Yes. Join the Recovery Runs Strava group, and you can log your walks too. All miles count. Doesn't matter how you get them in. All miles count. And then the Couch to 5K program, which starts in a couple of weeks. It's actually the noon, Friday noon broadcast that I do. It's the Road to Recovery 5K. The Couch to 5K program actually starts with a very moderate, very doable interval programming. It's like a minute walk or a minute jog, and then like a minute and a half walk for 20 minutes. So that's really kind of how it. It's really how it kind of starts to evolve. So it's very doable. If you ever wanted to, introduce yourself to running, it'd be a great way to do it. Richard, today's my 1 week clean of 101% everything. Yay! Congrats, man. That's awesome. Keep up the good work, Richard. That's so good to see. Thank you. Thanks for putting that on here. I really enjoy celebrating those milestones, and keep up the good work, man. Keep reaching out. Keep stick to it, and you have so much great recovery time behind you, and so many great accomplishments. Just continue to build on those and keep going. Like Cheryl said, keep going. That's right. Doesn't matter how many times we fall down, we always just keep getting back up, keep going back at it again. That's amazing. Keisha, good morning. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, just talking a little bit about my weekend. Unfortunately, I had to pre-record Friday's broadcast because I was on an all-day Zoom training on Friday. And then when I was done with that, I was done for the weekend. I just took a weekend and really just recharged. It was beautiful. It was perfect for a lot of you that have watched my broadcast know how much I love to just a nice sunny day, sit out in the yard and read. I did a lot of that this weekend. Went out and joined someone very close to me for a picnic out in Cobbs Hill Park on Saturday evening, and then we went and got ice cream, and that was really nice. So it's just a great overall day. Saturday, caught up on some homework for my KSAC class because I had gotten way behind on that. So I got caught up on homework this weekend, sat outside and read a bunch. This book that I'm reading, Born to Run, amazing book. Everyone should read it. Who's running? I'm almost done with it, actually, which is good because I have a few other books that I just bought too that I want to get to as well. But Born to Run is just an amazing book, and it makes me just want to run. And yesterday morning I got up. So I had a couple of rest days. Friday and Saturday were both rest days, so no running on Friday and Saturday. I almost went and joined some friends for a group social distancing run on Friday, but I ended up my Zoom meeting went long, so I took Friday and Saturday both off. Sunday I went for a nice run. It was just amazing. Just the weather was perfect. And in the book, I've been reading about different pacing strategies and strides and things like that. So I started taking and utilizing some of what I'm reading, and I felt great. I felt like I wanted to keep running. I just wanted to keep going. But I didn't. I pulled it back. Today's supposed to be a cross-train day, so I'm going to be out in the yard, be outside again as much as possible because we've been inside for so long. I am going to just do some body weight stuff. So today's supposed to be like an hour-long cross-train day. Do some body weight stuff, some air squats, some lunges, some push-ups, just full body stuff. And then I'm going to go do another run this morning because yesterday's was just so cathartic and so amazing. And then so the distances this week in my training program, so for the half marathon training program, are getting up there. So we got a 4.5 mile run tomorrow, which I'm going to go to Whiting Road and do a nice trail run over there. 7 on Wednesday, and then 4.5 again on Thursday. And then the weekend is a 4-mile pace run, which is to try and go the pace that I want to do for the half marathon, and then 9 miles on Sunday. So the mileage is starting to get up there. Can't wait for Barnes and Noble to open. So yeah, I can't wait for a lot of things to open, Stephanie, but I'm with you on that one. I'd much rather support a local book chain than, well, even if it's a chain, it's still supporting local employees anyway, to go and buy a book and sit and read it first. Yeah, but if you haven't read it yet, Born to Run is a great book. It actually gets into different eating strategies too while you're distance running, and I'm going to start changing up a little bit of my food intake as well based on what I'm reading. But really great tips on different footwear and or lack thereof. There's a lot on barefoot running in there, which intrigues me as well. I've always been intrigued by minimalist footwear and barefoot running and stuff like that. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in there on that, which I'm really, there's been a ton of research on it, and I'm really interested in moving in that direction. But, 50 years wearing shoes and you don't change overnight. So how to kind of move in that direction without completely changing it. We'll try and work toward that. So we got a lot of really cool things coming up. Again, I talked about the 5K before, but it's going to be virtual now. And I'm going to post some links in the comments after the feed to the Strava Run group again, to the books that I'm talking about. Our 5K is going to happen the weekend, the entire weekend, since it's virtual now. It doesn't have to happen all at one time. The weekend of September 12th and 13th. So we're going to have some really cool things along with that, some different challenges. Since it's virtual, we have a whole weekend to run it through. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be having some different challenges and different swag. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So for those of you who are still running with me for the half marathon, I think we've got the Flower City Half is in September, and I'm going to post a link to that too. We're in week, I think, 7 of the half marathon training. So the mileage is getting up there as well. So I hope everybody is staying safe, and I know that there's a lot. I know that there's a lot going on in our community right now. Yes, shirts and swag and all kinds of stuff, Mary Jo, for the 5K. In fact, some really kind of unique and different stuff we're talking about right now with the committee. So, so last week I talked a little bit about, some of the unrest in our community and what you can do. And I know that a lot of people that I've talked to and a lot of people that are close to recovery have also joined in protests and things of that nature, which we're always about, supporting causes that benefit our community as a whole, and this is no exception. But obviously during this pandemic, we also want to be safe. So different ways that we can do that. I posted an article on, how you can get involved in social causes and still be safe during this time. So different social distancing, things like that. In addition to that, if you have been in large groups of people protesting over the weekend, please consider going to get tested for COVID. It's never been easier to do, and I understand there's been expanded test sites as well. There's one in Webster that I just learned about yesterday when I was getting my hair cut. So if you have been involved in protesting, first of all, thank you and God bless you, and I hope it's been peaceful and it's been helpful for sure. But please go get tested so if you've been exposed. That way you can isolate and not spread it any further. We've done such a great job in the state around bringing the number of cases down. It would be great to continue in that direction. We've lost far too many people in this country to this disease. So hopefully everyone's staying safe. Everyone's practicing good mitigation strategies, and it's I read every day. I read two things. So personally, for me, I'm a Christian, and I've always, through my whole entire life, wanted to, be able to get through the entire Bible. So every day I read a little bit in that, and then I read a little bit in another book. And again, everybody has their own beliefs, and I fully support that. We're all about multiple pathways at Rockcovery, and multiple philosophies and everything. I read in another book as well. I read a couple of pages out of this book, and it covers different Bible verses and things like that. But then it has just general thoughts on things. In talking about leadership, I think one of the things that I've talked about a lot through all of this is leadership, and everyone can have their own. Again, politics is another thing. We try and stay away from things that are controversial. We try and stay away from controversial topics. But I mean, I think there are some just universal topics that things like leadership and human rights and things like that shouldn't be viewed as controversial. They're just universal topics that we as humans touch on. So I just wanted to read this thought because it's so very integral, I think, to my character and my sort of position on things, whether it be in a professional environment or among friends or among social support groups, and it's about leadership. This whole thought is about leadership and how it's more like servanthood than actual people's ideas of leadership are not leading. They're actually serving, and I fully believe in that. Leadership shared in mutual respect can establish a climate of dignity, freedom, and responsibility, creating an atmosphere which is both comforting and stimulating. A Christian atmosphere, some might say. But where one seizes power or struggles for control, an atmosphere of competition and conflict chokes communication and understanding. Even the unconscious assuming of power will mold the relationship in ways neither desire. So if you think about, if you're put into a position of power and you just sort of accept that and not really address, the elephant in the room and say that, I'm assuming this position, but it's really more a co-leadership than anything. Anyway, that's my sidebar. Leadership is a function which should always be shared, as I just touched on. Authority in one area or another is a responsibility which is mutually designated to one or the other through honest negotiation. It can be renegotiated at any time. And then this covers, because this is a men's devotional book, it covers, to be a man is to possess the strength to love another, not the need to dominate over others. To be a man is to experience, I emphasize the word dominate because that is it's been come up in our culture quite a bit lately. To be a man is to experience the courage to accept another, not the compulsion to be an aggressor. To be a man is to keep faith with human values and relationships, not to value oneself by position or possessions. That's a big one with me as well. To be a man is to be free to give love and to be free to accept love in return. That was written by David Augsburger. Sorry, slaughtered that name. So I think that, it's really important, as we reevaluate what our cultural values are, to really understand, at least as a man and for other men, to understand what being a man and being a leader is really all about. And I fully believe, and I truly believe, that many of our great leaders are actually women because they understand these things better than men do intrinsically. So I don't want to get into that because, again, I don't want to have a ton of controversy, but it's a shared responsibility. It's not something to take for granted. It's not something to lord over others, right? It's really, it's about servanthood. And I've talked about this before too. I really feel like, we've got it all back. Our society and our culture has kind of gotten it backwards, right? Where leadership, governmental leadership in particular, is seen as this position of power when it really should be a position of service, right? It should be something that we share, something that maybe even almost as a mission, everyone has to serve in a public office for 2 years where you don't get paid very much. You can maybe, get by, but it doesn't become something of power and position. It's a service. And, maybe that's just a lofty, crazy idea, but it's like something different has to happen because it's gotten way out of whack. So anyway, this is way off the topic of running, but that's what this is all about, right? These are things that come to me as I'm running. These are thoughts that just kind of free flow up there while I'm running, just reflections and things like that. Great leader is just another follower without a leader. Well, that's one way you could look at it as well, Richard. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, one would also argue we should be led by the people and not, by a single person. Perfect for our current situation. Unfortunately, greed has become the #1 driving force of men in power. Absolutely. I agree. And every workplace could reflect on this. Yes, Stephanie, I agree with that as well. I think that, another book I was reading, Lost Connections by Johann Hari, talks about this co-ops as a business model and how they're becoming more and more popular and are very, very successful because co-ops are not run by a single person. They're run by the employees, right? So it's run by the group of employees and by general consensus. And as a democracy, co-ops are considered to be very successful. And really, that's a lot of sociology that I don't really understand, or get into here. So let's talk back about running again. I'm going to get out this morning. I do a little unplanned run today because I feel like I could use it, get out on the trails and have some fun. Just a really low paced, almost like I'll do some walking too in the prettier spots of the woods, but I'm going to get out on the trails today. It's supposed to be a cross-train day, so I'm going to do a little body weight exercise stuff before I go. And then I'm going to go hit the trails because it's just such a beautiful day and I just want to be out in the woods. So I'll do like 3 miles or so of just some random light jogging, just enjoying the woods, nothing in my ears, thoughts in my head, and then activate some of the principles I'm learning in this book again. So shorten up my pace. The one thing that he talked about in trail running, if you're between 2 rocks and your choice is either 1 or 2 strides, take 3. So it's like a simple sort of an adage to remind yourself to keep your strides shorter because it keeps your feet under your hips. It's that impact that we have our heel strikes when we go with longer strides that tire us out over a long period of time. So yay. And as you see on the banner up there on the screen, if you are in need of any kind of peer recovery connections whatsoever, give us a call, 622-4975, or Facebook message us or email us at mail@rockcoveryfitness.org. If you're looking for any kind of recovery support at all, give us a call and we'll have one of our peer specialists, one of our outreach and engagement specialists, get a hold of you and offer you recovery support in any way that you're in need of. So reach out and keep an eye on our schedule today. Again, sorry about all the traffic today. Things are actually starting to reopen. So yes, thank you, Richard. You too, man. Get out, get some walking in, lay off that Mountain Dew and Pringles. I'm going to give you a hard time about your diet. I'm trying to get mine in line as well. So maybe we can do that together. Be our accountability partners. And again, congratulations on the week. Keep it up, man. You totally got this. Try Guardians of the Galaxy playlist for run, walk, fun music. Yeah, they have some really good music in that movie, but that's conversation for another day because I'm wrapping this up now, stuff. But that's a great tip. Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's some great music in that. So anyway, I'm going to check off now so I can go enjoy the woods and get off this computer for a little while, do some Zoom meetings later, and get some work done. That's it, guys. Happy Monday. I will see you Wednesday right here at 7:30, Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday at noon for Road to Recovery 5K. All right? Guys, as always, be safe. Peace.